Good morning, everyone. This is the news for Monday, June 2nd. At least 6 people are hurt, including one critically, after what the FBI says was an act of terrorism against people marching for Israelis held captive by Hamas in Boulder, Colorado. FBI acting agent in charge Mark Michalek says the victims range in age from 67 to 88, with the suspect using a makeshift flamethrower and shouting pro-Palestinian phrases.
Witnesses are reporting that the subject used a makeshift flamethrower and threw an incendiary device into the crowd. The suspect was heard to yell, "Free Palestine," during the attack.
The FBI identified the suspect, who is in custody, as 45-year-old Mohammed Solomon. The Boulder County Police Department said that it has investigated reports of a second suspect, but has not found anything to suggest those reports are true. Solomon was injured during the attack and was taken to a hospital. Maryland Congressman Jamie Raskin, who is Jewish, is outraged.
This appears to be another anti-Semitic violent attack, and there's just no justification for terrorism and violence in this way.
FBI Director Kash Patel is describing yesterday's incident at the Pearl Street Mall as a targeted terror attack. In other news, a top administration official says President Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping are expected to talk about trade policy as soon as this week. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent told CBS's Face the Nation that he expects the two leaders to iron out key differences in a phone call. Previously, Bessent said trade talks with China appeared to be a bit stalled. The Trump administration is confident it will overcome any court challenges to its tariff policy. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick told Fox News Sunday that the latest challenge put the trade team back about a week, but added every country has returned to the bargaining table.
All of the countries that are negotiating with us understand the power of Donald Trump and his ability to protect the American worker. And so what they're doing is they're negotiating with us.
Lutnick affirmed the constitutional powers the president has to enact emergency tariffs if the nation is at risk. Trump's tariffs plan was reinstated by a federal appeals court last week after it was halted by a lower court. And smoke from Canadian wildfires continues to blanket parts of the Midwest and Great Plains. Air quality alerts are in effect across several states as the plumes reached as far south as the Georgia-Florida border over the weekend. The National Weather Service says winds in the upper atmosphere pushed the smoke to the southeast over the weekend. I'm Matthew Handley. Now back to Morning Offering.